Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Nordcast Will Cheese Fail sent in by you, the fans and Nord subscriber, to lifesglitchtv@gmail.com. Mr. Maximus Black.
Yup.
Hit me up in that old school line. Down here at the bottom left, we've got Lin Min Mei. And at the top right, we've got Igor Kovilov.
Close enough. It's Igor versus Lin.
Yep, that works.
Yep.
Fine by me. But yeah, it's Will Cheese. It's a Nordcast, which you too can get done if you send it in to the email as usual, lifesglitchtv@gmail.com, with proof that you hit up the Nord VPN sub with the promo code OTT. Of course, links are in the description below, and immediately we are, big shocker, finding out that it is the Protoss who has decided to cheese with an aggressive forge.
It's actually not the Protoss cheesing. It is the Zerg.
Wait.
The Zerg put down...
I'm sorry.
That's okay. The Zerg put down the
I haven't
hatchery.
slept in 4 days, and my child still isn't here, so that's not good. So I'm in
okay.
shambles.
I got you. You
right
know,
now.
I'm actually rested today, so I'll
Let's
try
fucking
and
go.
I'll try and get some carrying done here.
Let's fucking go.
So yeah, the Lin is opening up pretty standard. You know, going for the Forge first. A lot of Protoss will go Forge first, especially in the lower leagues. Just makes it easier to defend, obviously, like with Ling aggression, when this type of shit happens. Definitely going overboard here. I'm not a fan of whatever the fuck wall this is, but hey, it's going to get the job done. Igor allows the damn hatchery to finish. Is he really planning to go in there with drones to put spine crawlers? It's just not going to happen. There goes 2 drones, and now the hatch is rendered useless. And for whatever reason, Lin is putting up 2 more cannons at the top of the ramp, taking 0 chances, using all of the minerals, and still doesn't have gas going. This might actually end up working out for the Zerg if the Zerg just macros out of this.
Which it looks like that's exactly what Igor is doing. We already see a hatch at the natural for Igor, and so despite the fact that he let that one finish and is not paying attention when he selects to build his drones, clearly.
Yeah.
It's not the larva you were looking for, sir. That unfortunately has cost him a little bit of the extra. He's doing it again. Okay, he canceled those at least. All right, so that's shut down. He would have had a little bit of extra window. He still does, but he did waste a fair chunk of money there, fucking up on his larva and whatnot. So I don't know. I mean, given what we're seeing so far, I'm gonna say, given the league that we're probably in right now, this is basically all equal on the home front at this point. I can't imagine this is.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. And only because if Lin didn't get these 2 cannons up at the top and would have just got a core here and started, a Stargate, a Twilight, or a Robo and started the tech, then I would say Lin is ahead. But I like the fact that Lin is immediately going to go ahead and put down this next Nexus. Just waiting for this last bit of creep here to dissipate, and there it is. Gonna put down the Nexus, so we'll be on 2 base. Igor is on 2 base as well, but not even fully saturated on the first one. And Lin is fully saturated right now, but Lin still does not have Warp Gate research going yet and is continuously building more defense. Also, pylons in the front of cannons, never a good thing, because if Ravagers do come out on the field, they're going to be able to drop hot fire mixtapes from the back here and be able to take these out of range of the cannons, and that's never a good thing. And we do have 3 roaches out here, or about to be coming out onto the field now, and finally now getting not Warp Gate research, going for +1 on the air and dropping down the Stargate. Everybody that's watching, I am all for getting upgrades for air, but I never feel like getting air upgrades early on is all that important. I feel as though early on, when you're only using 1 or 2 air units, it's no really big difference to have a +1 or
better
not
to have
a +1.
third.
Correct. I would much rather them getting Warp Gate research here, Getting that, and maybe even just getting added shields if they really want to add something for air early on. We're talking like the first moments that you're getting out your first air unit. I don't think it's really doing a whole lot. There's just better, more effective ways to use money and get upgrades. The other problem is not getting warp gate research. If your air fails, you are not able to do fast in warps in order to hold off whatever aggression may be coming your way. So you're leaving yourself open to basically dying if all your air dies very quickly, and all your air at this point is going to be 1 or 2 units at most.
Yeah, well, what you were talking about earlier with the hot fire mixtapes, it looks like he might be getting a little bit of delivery here on the All Eyes on Me real quick. Mr. Black, the Ravagers are out here. They're getting ready. They're going to be able to snipe those pylons, and it's going to be up to these shield batteries, of which he has built, to basically try to hold the line. He's got the one Void Ray now. +1 is about to finish, but it's going to be more about just making sure he doesn't do... Oh God, I was about to say that. That was awfully close. But he does avoid it. He might walk into that. No? Okay, so he's going to chase him off for now. But Igor seeing that one, I mean, he's got some options. He already is in the midst of finding one of the solutions. His Spire is halfway completed as we speak. He's got 2 more Queens immediately going into production. So he's thinking if there's another Void Ray, which there is, and he decides to attack, I better be ready with a couple extra Queens, and that's where he's at. We also see a Fleet Beacon going down. So I was going to say, the only thing that I can think of, and I still think it was early for him to get it as well, personally, the only +1 upgrade I think that makes sense early for air is if you were rushing carriers, because as we also discovered in our Nova War says, level 0 attack, carriers in small numbers just can't do shit, but the leap in effectiveness on that +1 is apparently substantial. For Void Rays, I'd rather just have an extra Void Ray early and then worry about upgrades if I was going to go this route, but it worked out anyway. Lynn has, with 1 Void Ray stabilized, it forced Igor to go home, and now as this is gets into this kind of mid-game situation, it's kind of incumbent upon Igor to figure out how to do, his next steps, because the Void Ray count is climbing quickly, and he's only just getting into some muta.
Yeah, the problem with Igor, it's twofold, is he had Ravagers here for quite some time before he actually went in and started poking. And also just going for the gateway, especially when you notice that there's no warp gate research on the gateway at 6 minutes. You just need to not attack that and immediately go after the pylons. And if you have that many Ravagers down here early, you want to poke right away, because StarCraft is a game of seconds, especially when you start talking a minute. I mean, you've completely missed your window to do any type of damage at all. Even sniping off those pylons would have supply blocked him, and Lynn would have been forced to have to put down more pylons before getting more Void Rays. So just mistakes were there, and not only that, is he's not even fully saturated as natural with only 6 drones, which is also a bad time. And we're going to have a little bit of a base race here. He's forced to go in here with these units. He does not want to bring back just those 4 mutas. It's pointless. Might be able to pick off 1 Void Ray on the way out, and he does exactly that. So nice little pick off there. Good fire mixtapes going down. And now he just needs to make sure he doesn't lose any mutas to these cannons in the back. Needs to get those Ravagers focusing again on the pylons to just get rid of all of this in the first place. Then he's going to be able to go in there, focusing down on the layer. It goes down. The spores go down. Now he's recalling back home, and he should be able to defend. Good play here by Lynn.
Absolutely. And now they had the opportunity to go here, and this is, I mean, that's down horrendous. All of your muta basically, especially if you don't attack with them, not going to be able to do much.
Yeah, exactly.
He's still not attacking with them. He's just kind of like,
everything's hot.
He's gonna run. He's like he's like a dog behind a fence. As soon as the fence drops, the dog's not doing anything. It's kind of what's happening right now with those muta. They're gonna go all the way home. 2 more Void Rays like appearing out of nowhere here for Lynn to catch the rest of the army retreating. That's a lot of Void Rays, Mr. Black.
It's game over.
And he does not have nearly enough anything back here to stop it. As long as he doesn't stand under mixtapes like that too many times, he's gonna be okay. And I think we're about to see a GG here in favor of Lin.
Oh, for sure. This is 100% over. I mean, you know, it just goes to show, like, even with a very little bit of Zerg units and a few mutas and, like, Ravagers, they still killed a lot of Void Rays here. He could have, I don't know about won this game, but he definitely could have slowed down everything by just using those Ravagers a little bit more sparingly. And also, he knew that Void Rays were a thing for so long that I don't know why he didn't just put down 4 or 5 spores at each base, because Void Rays are horrible against spores. Even when you have like 5 Void Rays, if you've got like 4 or 5 spores alongside your queens to transfuse and get damage off, and you have mutas as well, you will easily be able to hold. Yeah, you might lose a couple of spores, maybe even 3 of them at a base, but like you're going to be able to negate all of that. Once you get rid of that air and you don't take a whole lot of unit damage, now your opponent is stuck with 2 Stargates on 2 base with no Warp Gate research and 1 gateway. You're in a really good spot. Unfortunately for Igor, Lin was just a step ahead essentially the whole time, even though those steps were not giant leaps ahead, but they were ahead, and Lin just didn't really screw up too much micro and kept units alive and just won the game. I mean, it's really that simple. So well played by Lin. If this is Lin that sent in the replay, get it. These 2 cannons here is useless. Like, once you've defended here, you no longer need it to have this. Because I look at this, I see 300 minerals that could have been used for an immediate core, and then your next tech, which could have been a faster Stargate. Also, like, you did get +1. Always get Warp Gate research first. I don't give a shit what type of game you're playing. You need to get Warp Gate research. It's 50 minerals, 50 gas. It ain't breaking the bank. Get that stuff, warp it out, because you don't know if your opponent's going to Nidus you. You know, especially with your lack there of scouting, you want to make sure that you've got your bases done before putting up, 4 cannons. And also, you never want to have pylons in the front. Have the cannons in the front. More so your forge, your gateway, a pylon, a zealot, your cannons in behind, and your pylon here, and the secondary pylons in the back, not necessarily in the front. And you don't want to ever clump your pylons like this against Zerg, because Ravagers, good Zerg players, will focus in between the pylons and they'll hit both at once. And you don't want that, because it's faster they're just going to both go at the same time. And typically, when they're stacked, they're also going to be powering the majority of the stuff here, and that's where you lose said game. So, overall, it's not bad. I can tell it's probably like silver. So, it's not bad, but just a couple of tips, and for the people that are watching as well, you might pick up on something. But nonetheless, I'll shut up now. Guys, send in your replays to lifesaglitchtv@gmail.com, or you can go to our community Discord. Link is also in the description of all of our videos, including this one. Join that. Tell us a little bit about yourself in the welcome there. Introduce yourself to the community. And then you can also submit your replays. There's a channel there for replays as well. So 2 ways to do it. Go pick up NordVPN for a guaranteed cast, and send in that screenshot of your receipt along with a replay of your choice. And we will cast it the following week, just like we did this one. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.